Weeknights is a best-selling author and vice chair of the Clinton Foundation, whose latest book is called She Persisted Around the World, 13 Women Who Changed History. Please welcome Chelsea Clinton.
Thank you, Trevor.
Welcome.
Thank you. From raw water to me.
From raw water to you. Have you ever drank raw water?
No.
You shouldn't.
No, I should. No one should.
Yeah, as a
Trevor.
you have a master's in health, don't you?
Yes,
a doctorate
in public health.
in
Yes,
public health.
yes.
You wouldn't drink it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not even like a little bit?
No, and I also vaccinate my children.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So you just fell for all of it, hook, line, and sinker.
No, it's called science.
Well, it's raw water in here.
It's addictive.
Enjoy.
Oh, well, you can have mine too.
No, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
Before we get into the book, which is really fun and inspiring, I just want to take a moment to ask you about the relationship you had with former First Lady Barbara Bush. We've seen many people speak about her in such beautiful terms, but your family had a direct relationship with the Bushes. Are there any memories or ideas that you have of Barbara Bush that specifically make you remember her fondly?
Well, thank you, Trevor. Mrs. Bush was always incredibly kind to me, even when we were moving into the White House. Even though my father had defeated her husband in the '92 election, she could not have been more warm to me. And when we saw them then 8 years later, after her son had won the election, she was similarly so warm and not in any way kind of gloating.
Right.
She was so dignified and not in a cold or austere way. And she was as funny as everyone is saying she
Really?
is. But what I remember the most is how fondly everyone in the White House spoke about her. The butlers, the ushers, the housekeepers, the florists, the historians.
Right.
Just how in the 4 years that she had lived there, she left everyone who worked with her the real impression that they all had mattered to her, and that wouldn't have been their impression if it hadn't been true.
Right. It's an interesting dynamic, the relationship between a new first family and the old. And that's a dynamic that in many ways feels frayed under this presidency right now. What is interesting, though, is I've noticed that repeatedly online, you've come to the aid or the defense of either President Obama's daughters or President Trump's son, Barron, when people have gone after him. Why do you think that's so important for people to try and observe, is keeping the kids out of the fray?
For a few reasons. One, I think it's just common decency to respect a child's privacy.
Right.
And I would hope that any of us in any situation would stand up against bullying of children. I mean, hopefully bullying of everyone, but I think bullying of children is particularly reprehensible.
Right.
And it's never okay. I also think because, the children of the people who run for public office, and certainly those who win the presidency, we didn't make that choice.
Right.
And I don't think it's fair to reflect whatever our opinions are of President Trump, and probably my opinions of President Trump, onto his son Barron.
Right.
I think that is unfair and inappropriate. In the same way that I feel that's true for Sasha Malia Obama, and true for anyone who is a child anywhere, including in the White House.
You have a passion for children that exudes through a lot of your work. This book is no different. She Persisted Around the World, the subsequent book following She Persisted. It's a story of 13 women who changed history, and it's really illustrated beautifully. It's stories about women who've changed the world. It seems like a story that everyone should know about every woman, and yet it feels like it's an important story that we need to keep telling.
Oh, I completely agree. Clearly, I agree. I wrote the book. That we need to celebrate and amplify the stories of women who have made our world healthier, more equitable, more just, have brought kind of more beauty into the world. And I don't think we know enough of those stories. And I quote Sally Ride in She Persisted, the first book, when she said, it's hard to imagine what you can't see. And I want every young reader who reads my books to be able to to see themselves in these stories, particularly the girls.
Right.
And I want the boys to look around at their girl classmates, their sisters, and think, wow, they can and should do whatever they want to do.
And when you see some of the women in the book, some of these women who changed history, why did you pick them in particular? Like you have Marie Curie, for instance, someone who's changed history, but like just on her story, why did you feel that she inspired you to tell her story?
Well, I've always loved science, and I remember learning about her story as a little girl as the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. And then as I got older, learning all that she had to do. She had to leave her home country of Poland to be able to get the education she wanted. She even kind of 100 years ago spoke about how she had to work twice as hard as the men in her classes to be recognized even half as much. And so I wanted to celebrate and share her story to inspire all the little would-be scientists out there.
Do you think there's a part of you that wrote the book for yourself and your daughter at the same time?
Oh, I haven't thought about that. I know, Trevor, you've written a book. I think once kind of we have these ideas in our heads and our hearts, sometimes we just feel called to put them onto the page. And that was certainly true for me. I think being a parent of a daughter and a son, though, made this particularly important to me.
It's a fun book. It's beautiful illustrations that I think in a lightweight touch on a topic that's really filled with gravity. So thank you very much for being on the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
so much. She Persisted Around the World is available now. Chelsea Clinton, everybody.